that WACK100 would just stop talking about the situation with Future, but nope. He's gonna continue to give us more and more information.
Future brother had got.
It's a Flu Flammer, Skullduggerous, and Larson situation. So yeah, let's see how WACK100 is gonna help the federal government, put these charges on Big U.
Vamped up and everything. I mean, I know it went dry, but I was curious, whatever happened with that?
That's a good question. You got caught with all that shit.
With all that weight, yeah.
All that shit. That shit kind of went dark, right?
Yeah, it's just like swept under the rug.
Yeah, hit my back channel. I might have to look into that again.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I remember that too. You got caught with a lot of shit for a lot of different people, huh?
Yeah, like a whole lot of Fenty. It was some big boy weight.
I remember that. They were trying to implicate Future in that. I remember that when it was going down. She think about it.
I did a thing this morning. My partner over there at the west side, he said, Wack, I'm just hearing this shit. I'll be delayed. He said they mixing up what happened. I think I sent it to you, Prince. So I just...
No, nobody's mixing up anything that happened. We know that the situations are two different situations. You conflated them into one situation because you were all in a Clubhouse video 3 to 4 years ago trying to sound cool, trying to be cool with your Clubhouse friends, like you're just a super tough gangster, like you out here popping something, but you a wankster, and you need to stop fronting. And you said, yeah, man, Future got whooped out, Future got whooped out, Future got whooped out. And past that, you were the one all over the internet saying you can't find any video of me saying Future got hands put on him. And now here you are saying that, I meant it like this.
Found out that Future did get his ass knocked out in L.A.
Whoa.
What?
Wait, hold on. This is a lie? You just found that out? Hold on.
What happened? I think I sent it to you, Prince. So I just found out that Future did get his ass knocked out in L.A.
So I was actually having this conversation with Point and Shoot earlier last week. Shout out to Point and Shoot. And I sent Point and Shoot a clip from 3 years ago, and I'm going to play it for you guys right here. Here's a clip. So here's a clip from almost 3 years ago where Wack is admitting to knowing that Future got accosted. Wack's the one who put it onto the internet. This is the same conversation where he introduced chasing Future through the airport. This is the same conversation where he introduced Birdman being the one to pay the ransom and the extortion fee. This is the same conversation where he said that it was under Trick's call. Listen to the first 30 seconds.
Find it on Google where them niggas had beat the shit out of Future and his security. Future ran out to L.A. club. Google Future gets rushed in L.A. club. They was on him. That's why they was on him.
Talking about Trick from Detroit.
Nah, yeah.
Now let's run that back one more time. What is that? What did you say, Wack? Because you said you just found out that Future was accosted, but this is what you're saying 3 to 4 years ago.
Somewhere 16. You can find it on Google where them niggas had beat the shit out of Future and his security. Future ran out to L.A. club. Google Future gets rushed in L.A. club. They was on him. That's why they was on him.
Talking about Trick from Detroit.
Nah, Trick from...
Right, so I don't know about this. So as you can hear, Wack is blatantly just lying, saying that he just found something out that he put on the internet almost 4 years ago. And I was actually explaining to Point and Shoot how Wack was going to lie and try to manipulate the situation and say that he never said that Future got accosted. He'll try to say that Future never got this, Future never got that. He'll try to say that he wasn't aware of the situation. He'll say all these things. But the reality and the actuality of the situation is Wack was extremely aware of this. He put it all into the internet. So Point and Shoot, just to the conversation that you and I were having a few days ago about this situation, this is what I was trying to explain to you about the situation with Future, where Wack is going to act like he doesn't know about it, yet it's the fact that he's the one who actually put this situation into the atmosphere. Let's keep going.
Knocked out in L.A.
Oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
Dead
Kudo?
Yeah.
I just found out, my nigga.
And then he puts it on his dead homies. So to all the Parus, he's putting lies on you guys' dead homies. We just proved it.
Hit me this morning. Hold on, I screen. I'm gonna drop it in the group chat. My nigga hit me this morning. He said, bro, you know, my kids be sending me this shit. And they said, Dad, they trying to put some shit on Wack. But I remember you told me, y'all told us, when Big U and them called Future, they was at the hotel with this nigga.
See, here's the thing, man. Wack, you're trying to lie on Big U now, but we clearly heard you say, you know what? Let's play it one more time because Wack, I don't think he remembers what he said.
Somewhere 16, you can find it on Google where them niggas had beat the shit out of Future and his security. Future ran out the LA club. Google, Future gets rushed in LA club. They was on him. That's why they was on him.
Talk about Trick from Detroit.
Nah.
So, yeah, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, the kids called and all this and all that. Like, why are you telling such an elaborate lie when the truth is so simple and we hear it? This just goes to show you guys how maybe this guy might be like literally mentally insane because we're listening to Wack tell a whole story about he's made up a friend, he's made up kids, he's made up so much to do with this situation that's just not true. And you're over here trying to explain to us that this is information that you just found, and you're even going so far as to say that children are involved in this. You're even going so far as to say children are involved in this, but yet it's just a Flu Flammer, Skulldugger's, an extremely larcenous situation, all by the way of your own doing. And it's really unnecessary because, you know, it is what it is. The situation is going to be what it's going to be, regardless of all things. But, you know, the case just remains that Wack will forever be this type of individual who will just tell all these little same situations, tell all these little same stories, tell all these little same lies. And until people like DJ Academics and Adam 22 and Moose Knuckle dare to challenge him or call him out on it, he's going to continue to do it because they facilitate his lies. And at this point, facilitating his lies really make you just as guilty as he is, if not worse, because you're knowingly facilitating, you know, things that are just blatantly not true into our universe. And you guys are supposed to have more morals than that. You guys are supposed to be the leaders. You know, the world's most dangerous podcast. Oh, I'm this. I'm the hottest Norte podcaster. Oh, I'm one of the most influential voices. And why are you guys not telling the truth about this?
Trick from Detroit. So, you know, that's broke, right? So all I know is, you know, we always knew who owed somebody some money. So when we leave and we going to Atlanta, you know that story I tell Rich about when Big U saying, Wack, catch this flight with me, I want to show you something. And he took me out there and took me to the Four Seasons.
So let's jump back into this concept, the road where we're going.
So he hit me this morning and broke it all down in text. Yeah, it's in the morning show chat, so y'all can follow it. He said, Hop is the one telling. Now Hop is on Big U's Rico. He's in the Rico, right? He said Hop is the one telling. He's the one knocked out Future, and Floss took his gun. Floss is a nigga y'all be hearing me talk about. Said I know he telling because he disappeared. He was Floss 2 on Instagram. He used to be Crip walking out every day on Instagram. So I responded, I said, knocked him out where? Future wasn't touched at the airport. That's cap. He said, nigga, at the SLS. That's the hotel in Hollywood.
Now, here's Wack giving a full breakdown of a crime that is this is the open source reporting that I'm talking about. So when people say, how is Wack a snitch? This is how Wack's a snitch. At this point, we're all aware that these YouTube videos and these YouTube statements are used in federal indictment. At this point, we're all aware that what these guys say on these cameras are used against them by way of Loose Cannon, by way of Young Dirk, Lil Durk, excuse me, by way of Tekashi 6ix9ine, by way of Young Thug, by way of Big U, and all these dudes. We're seeing these statements and these podcasts and these songs all be used against these people. Now you have WACK100 in graphic detail outlining an assault. This is wrong. This is not okay. This is not something that we should continue to celebrate, champion. This is not something that we should continue to make comfortable within our society.
Beverly Hills. I was right there. I said, first they said it was a club, not a hotel. So that happened at a hotel. Future.
Well, see, here's the thing. Now you're even admitting that you had knowledge of something possibly happening at a club because you're saying that there could possibly have been in a club, not a hotel. Well, the conversation starts off with you saying that you had no idea that anything ever happened. So if you have no idea that anything ever happened, how could it be a club and or a hotel where the situation is going on?
Knocked out after he said yes. I said, I already know it was one of Big U's homies telling that story. Because he wasn't touched with me.
And then he'll always say, he always knows that now he's trying to clean it up. Now Wack's trying to clean it up and push, well, no, what I meant was Big U, homie, was the one telling the story about Future getting touched. But then see, that's a lie, because as we heard in the audio that I played before from 4 years ago, Wack's actually the one that introduced that into the internet space. So we can't continue to allow these lies to proceed. And as I continue these investigative reports and I continue this docuseries on WACK100, and you better believe when this is all said and done, you guys, I'm working on a fire documentary about this whole situation. So I'm trying to get it released to you guys within the next few weeks, but don't worry about it. With that all being said, though, you have WACK100 busting this 1-2 step like Sierra when it comes to this situation, and it's just one time after another of him just cooperating with the law enforcement.
He said it was Hop and Floss. Hop is on the RICO. I never knew they called Future slipping like that. So Future had a gun when he got knocked out.
And they disarmed him?
He said Future security. Hop knocked out Future. Big U was there when this happened.
Now Wack is associating names with the story he told 4 years ago that was once nameless. Now he's giving the who, what, when, where, and why. He's breaking this down to a district attorney level, man.
He said, yeah. So I said, so Hop knocked him out and Floss took the security pistol? Yeah, bro, at my hotel. I said, yeah, I didn't know about this one. Now,
so we're gonna go ahead and let this one go. I'm gonna go back and break this down in the next video. We'll break down what he's actually saying. But in this video, I just wanted to really just give you guys an understanding, giving you guys the basis that Wack is in fact the one that introduced Future being assaulted into our YouTube space. He did it between 3 and 4 years ago is when that situation happened. He's now gonna try to say that it's Big U's friends. That's not true. Wack's the one who actually did it. Wack's the one, as we heard in the audio from 4 years ago, who said that Big U wasn't around, or wasn't the reason why Wack chased Future. Wack did that on his own accord to impress Trick. Wack was also the one who started off the first 20 seconds of that clip by saying that Future was assaulted. Now he'll try to say that he never said that. Now he'll try to say that he didn't introduce that information, but in fact he did. With that all being said, man, red dot to the left, you know the rest. Say a prayer and be blessed. We go.